Welcome back to Adventure 82 for first time in a while. The sun's come to greet us, which is nice. Today's I'm not on my own. It's a Blaize and Charlotte video. So we have Charlotte over there. We have Blaize over here. And Blaize over there going to pop in and out when he feels like it, as you see him in most videos. So with that in mind, what we're here to show you today is Gorey Castle. You can't really miss it.
It's all the way over there.
So I suppose the next thing to do is to, well, go inside, is it not? So come along, people.
Let's go.
And you're gonna make a wish?
Yeah!
One.
I'm the greatest wish ever.
Good. 1, 2, 3, drop.
This is the main entrance to Gorey Castle. Well, if you're English, Gorey Castle. If you're French, Montorgueil, but it wasn't actually named that until the French overtook it in I think it was 42. However, the castle is, how many years old, Charlotte? It's 800 years old. See what we have to deal with here.
No, my fault, I have a terrible brain.
Probably. And it was built in?
1212.
Right. So, the castle obviously isn't the same as it was when it was built in 1212. It's had extensive remodelings over the years to modernise it as cannon fire, etc. came in. So obviously started off as a Middle Age castle, and well, by the time that like the 1800s came around, it was still a castle, but how they were defending it was very, very different. So there's different elements. Some bits have been removed, some bits haven't been removed, and what Blaize and Charlotte are going to do, along with me obviously, is to guide you on the castle, show you what bits have changed, what hasn't changed, and show you just how interesting this castle is. Also, it's worth noting, if you want a more in-depth look at this castle and its history, it actually has its own episode of Time Team, if you want to look that one up. But for now, we shall go in through the main gate. Oh, and one other interesting piece of information most people don't realise when they come to visit. This used to be surrounded by sea, but not anymore. That shows you how much the sea's changed. Right, come on in. Charlotte, you can't show people a castle unless you're in it. Charlotte has finally made it back.
I was all the way over there.
This is not a good start, is it?
No.
No. Right.
Pro.
Oh, and by the way, I didn't mention at the beginning, but photography will be by this lady here. And this one you don't see quite so often over there. Right, so Erica and Lydia. Anyway, let's go in, let's go have a look. We have the two glamorous assistants. So if Charlotte would be so kind, there's some slots down here. There, that's where the original doorway was, or part of the original doorway from the 13th century. You used to have what's called a portcullis. For those of you who don't know, that's the, well, classed as a metal sliding door. It used to go right up into the first floor, and then it would drop down to stop people coming in.
Can I say that if people could see there was
that's where the wooden beams would have been for the mechanism to pull the portcullis up and down. And then you have, if you look here, where the wall's sticking out, here, this is where the original arched door would have been. You can see here where it would have attached along the wall here, and over here. The bit Charlotte's found here,
there's been a gate off.
that's been fenced off. That was for the outer wall. That was abandoned in the 1500s.
Yeah, and if Blaize moves out the way, you can see the wonderful view.
It is a very good view of Gorey Harbour.
Bushes and grass, which is annoying. So, yeah.
Lydia's just going to go and check on Charlotte, who's been let loose with the GoPro. Not sure what she's filming, but if it's any good, we'll cut to that now. If we don't cut to that next, then you know it wasn't much cop. See, amateurs. We'll see how we get on. I'm not exactly a professional, am I?
So, as we can see here, we have this, and as we go down this, we have this wonderful view. And here. And this is something they must have gone down when the bomb was dropped. And if we go down here, we have a stone, and if we go here, we have this here, which I'm going to give you guys a closer up to, so you have some sort of clue of what it's on. So we have this down here, and we have this, which is big numbers and letters, and we have this one too, and we have this.
Right, so we're in. Here we go. Right, so that's what Charlotte just showed you down there. We're now at the second gate by the looks of it. There we go, see? So, basics of this gate is... There you go, see? So the second gate was originally built in the 13th century as an open back tower, and it may have had a timber platform or hoarding on top. There was a wall walk leading to the second gate, was built in the 1790s on top of the 16th century western wall, and the west postern was originally built in the 16th century. It was made narrower in 1808. So the west postern, looking at this, is what Charlotte's just shown you before. The wall walk to the second gate is this wall here, which public aren't allowed on, health and safety, etc. And the gate section is this here. You can see where it used to have the old mechanisms in the holes, and where it's been shrunk. So you can see where the original one was up here, and then when they filled a part of it in and made the smaller one, which is what you have now.
Right guys, so we have this, which is the model of the castle, and if we go here, guys, this is where this is.
That's the harbour, I think.
Yeah, that's the harbour. Yeah, you go up and if you go back round, please. We have top of the Gory Castle, which is where we're going to be at some point.
Right, so we've just stopped for a break before we make our way up the castle. Somebody
Have a slush puppy!
and had to refilm the stuff that she put on the GoPro because somebody refilmed it in time-lapse mode.
Can I just say, I explained some of this to the pals that have subscribed down in the hole bit.
Okay, that's fine. But yeah, see, we've got all sorts going on here. So Blaize got something that you only actually get over here. It's a cake called a Jersey Wonder.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Isn't it wondrous?
Ha ha, very funny, Blaize.
Liz has gone for the cream tea solution. Blaize has gone for the lunchbox.
Can I go in the shade?
Blaize has got a lunchbox. Sorry, Charlotte's got a lunchbox, and Mummy's got a tuna and sweet corn sandwich. So once we've finished eating anyway and drinking, we'll get back to the castle. I'll see you in a minute.
I don't have any shade.
Right, so we're done eating. We're now going to go up stairs over there, all the way up to what was called the first ward. So we'll work our way up there next. Right, this is the castle garden. It was a castle garden from the 17th century. Before that, the original 13th century. You can see the back wall here. I'll go slightly closer. You can see the remains of an old staircase doorway here. Hopefully, if the sun's not ruining it. And a window. That's what actually used to be part of the castle. This bit was demolished when the gate on the other side of this wall was redone, and this bit was turned into a garden for the Queen of England, or named after her anyway. The gate as it stands, which is up here, is the second of two gates. The one that's there now is called Queen's Gate. Right, so up here, and then the original gate, which is now gone, was here. You can see the holes here because it used to have a portcullis like the one downstairs. This was called the Cartwright's Gate. It was named after George the Cartwright, who was Lieutenant Governor and Bailiff of Jersey. When he retired from being Bailiff of Jersey, we'll go up there in a moment. When he retired from being Bailiff of Jersey, for his loyalty and service to the King and Queen and to the Crown in general, he was awarded land in America. That land is now what's known as New Jersey. So New Jersey all links back to this castle. There's an interesting thought for you guys if you're watching in America. Right, so back at the garden here, the kids have just gone off somewhere. We'll go catch up with them and we'll finish working our way up.
We found a room for dressing up. Please enjoy dressing up rooms that do kind in hand, because after using the return swords and shields to their baskets. Thank you.
Right, so Charlotte and Blaize are currently filming for you to show you what used to be a chapel. Why is they doing that? I'm climbing this really odd set of stairs. I'm coming around here to show you what used to be a prison. There you go. Can't imagine what it'd be like to be held like that. So it's here and down there, which we're not going down today because Blaize finds the steps too difficult with his autism. But yeah, to be shackled up like that would not be pleasant. I mean, it says on here, look at some of the torture they look like they're facing. He does not look a happy chappy. So what does it say here? Oh, it's a list of some of the prisoners, so I'll just grab that for you. And then if you want to pause the video, you can do. There we go. Right, because you don't need to see me walking back where I came from, we're now cut to Blaize and Charlotte showing you the chapel.
This used to be the altar.
You hear all the noises? What do you reckon it is?
Scary.
It's the bells, yeah.
It's scary.
It's scary.
It is. It's echoey.
It is very echoey.
Oh, it's scary. Sounds like the Undertaker's music. Where is it coming from? It's a little sound thingy. That's hidden.
So as you can see, we've met back up with Blaize and Charlotte. We're now going to go up there. But before we do, I'd just like to point your attention to this wall here. That's the original western wall. You can see where it's been knocked down, or part of it has, but that used to go all the way along here, through St George's Gate and all the way across into that garden I showed you before. And the bit you can see up here, I don't know whether the sun's messing with my GoPro or not, that is the remnants of the old tower that used to be there. Right, because of her filming random stuff, I have a camera with a dead battery, so thank you, Charlotte.
Hi.
So we're filming now on Erica's camera. How good the sound and video quality is, I have no idea, but we're about to find out. So, as I said to you before the GoPro died, we're going up there, past Blaize, who's being very polite and waving at you. So we'll go up here, and we'll go look at the main section in here of the castle. And if you're very lucky, I may even get you some drone footage, we'll see. Just like to point out before we go any further though, if you look up here, you'll see it looks like a little hat on top of that tower. That's because in the occupation it was also used by the Germans as an observation point. They added a little slit in there, and that was actually a gun point. But right, up the stairs. So a lot of people, at least a list of years though. Gate, this isn't, I don't know if this is extensive or not, but it's quite cool.
This one was a long time ago.
1333, yeah, that's a while ago, kid.
And this,
Right.
And this one was before, because you see, this one is an 8, and this one is a 7.
And then we've got some friends here, wooden friends, still guarding the castle.
Look! We have a couple of ants and we have some names.
You got a name. Hello, Norman.
Norman.
Hello, everybody. Say hello to Norman.
Norman I'm assuming this is what he, it has a date of when he died for 1468.
I think that might be the date he worked in the castle. Right, so
And we have these 20 guys over here too.
we do. Right, where we're going to go next is to this tall area here. It's called the Mount. We will eventually get to the top of there, but that's where we're heading next. So let's go up there. Right, so here we have the Mount Gate, and you can see up there how clear it comes up on Erica's camera, but there's some engraving on there. It's not 100% to be honest in real life, but still quite a cool thing that was there. I don't suppose either of you two, considering you're in it, would be able to read that board for the people and tell them when this gate was built. Right, so let's have a look.
Blaize will read this bit, I'll read this bit. The Mount Gate is a final gate within the castle and was built in
the 15th century, so that's the bit we need to know for now. And look, as I say, the arch of the gateway was decorated what?
with a hunting
Frieze. Okay, so that must be the name of, hang on a minute, I'll go backwards a bit. That must be the name of this engraving up here, must be called a hunting frieze. That's interesting. Right, so we shall now go, unless it's these actually on the side, supposing. We should go in here and see what's inside the castle.
This is the medicine wheel. It used to be taken by doctors from patients' pee.
Disgusting, eh?
Yeah. And Mummy.
Right, so what we have here apparently is a tree of medieval succession, medieval monarchy of like this castle, if you like. That's pretty cool. Bit creepy with the red light. That's what we're going for, but. Right, so as you can see, there's Blaize. Charlotte's gone round the corner. And as for where we are, well, in the immortal words of Daniel Stern from Home Alone 2, Harry, we've reached the top. Look at that.
Here's sort of, we're in this curly bit here.
The mount.
Yeah. This is the Montague sculpture. Here is some writing about it.
Right, so this is inside one of the towers. You can see the German carvings there from the Germans put their own kind of concrete lid, if you like, on top. You don't normally get to see inside here, but a gentleman was actually putting the flags away from Jersey Heritage and very kindly let us have a look inside. So very clever of Erica to actually manage to get hold of this. I do say thank you for that. Right, so we're back inside. The girls have given me back the camera for a bit. Two things I want to show you in here. One is, again, you can see the windows here, what was outside. That's a byproduct of where they did the extension you saw before on the way up the stairs. Also interesting is this picture of Queen. I'll show you why. We'll get a bit closer to it because the camera doesn't pick it up properly otherwise. Now watch what happens as I walk along. She keeps following you, and I'll be honest, it's ever so slightly creepy that she can actually turn around inside the picture and follow me.
Go.
3, 2, 1. Ready? Okay, say.
Yes.
This is the information about all the medicines that are over here.
Yes. What do you reckon? Is it scary?
Yes. The Charlotte.
Not to you?
To me it looks quite cool.
You wouldn't be saying that when this half lion, half eagle monster came swooping down to get you.
Yeah, but it's not real. Then I would be terrified.
Right, so we're done with the castle now. But one thing I did notice on the way in through the mount gate is if you look here, you can see this straight line here, and it goes through there, and you can see there's a gap here too. And if I come backwards, you can see there's actually slots in the wall. So I'm going to guess this used to have a portcullis at some point, which is quite an interesting thing. But hang on, I'll turn this around now. Now this works with my other camera. Whether it works there or this camera will be interesting. Otherwise I might have half my head missing and I won't know until the editing suite. So this should be interesting. However,
No.
I'm going to say goodbye to you now, and just like we did in the zoo video, I'm going to hand it over to the other three monkeys to say goodbye properly. But
Comment.
Subscribe. Hope you had fun. Say goodbye, guys.
Bye.